How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Today we're going to be checking out the Sylvan Watcher's Legendary in the Grand Oak Padraig, who I picked up during the Path of the Clover event during the Amant's Fusion, I believe, where there was some extra fragments for the Caffrews. And then thanks to Nub Raids, we kind of anticipated it coming, right, for the St. Patrick's Guaranteed event. And when I went for him, I was like, this dude's pretty good, an ally attacker, we got some increased speed, nothing that I didn't already have on my account. But I feel like I underestimate the value of having all of that blended into one champion kit, and he's actually far exceeded my damage in the Hydra boss, as well as helping me form my first ever finite hard team, which I built on stream a few weeks ago. And to be honest, he's probably one of my most used champions in these areas now, and as you see right now, we have unlocked a full auto team for the Nightmare Hydra, which is something that I never was able to do in the past, and he really just brought that to my team. Like, of course, we have got the Earstrade Fusion that might fit into this team as well as, you know, some other options I could have potentially done it with. But he took my team from around an 80 to 90 million average up to a 140 to 150 million average due to all of these things that he's bringing to the table. So I guess let's just bring this off very briefly and then speak about his kit. And let me know in the comment section below, by the way, how many of you actually went for this champion or just guaranteed events in general? Like, if I just bring up the website here, so for me, the only guaranteed legendary that I went for over all of these years was back in 2021 for Genzin. Surprise, surprise, the video's still on the channel somewhere, if anyone wants to check it out. Let me just get the mask on real quick. Boom. Maybe we could pair up the Grand Oak with the Genzin sometime. And then I missed all of these champions following on from that, mainly because I saved my shards for fusions, and I'm just really bad at saving, if I'm being brutally honest. So, yeah, never managed to pick up any of these ones. I'd say Nekmofar was my biggest regret back in July 2022. All the way up until recent times to pick up the Grand Oak Padraig. But yeah, once again, guys, let me know in the comment section below, which of these champions did you go for over this time? Some pretty cool ones, right, along the way. But anyway, what actually makes Grand Oak Padraig amazing outside of his aesthetics, which I'm a big fan of, looks pretty cool, right? Well, starting with the A1 with the Snake Root, he attacks one enemy with a 40% chance once booked of decreasing the cooldown of a random ally's active skill by 2 turns. Now, whether that be in the hard variation of the Finite or even in the Hydra boss as we had in the intro, like being able to cycle this on your allies, even though that is random, can get some more max HPs out, some more provokes for Head of Decay controlling or whatever that may be. I'm a big fan of this one. Of course, he can throw up some speed tunes in the clan boss, but my primary area where he made a drastic change to my account is in the Hydra boss and the Finite, pretty much. With the A2 with the Sports, he teams up with all allies to attack a single enemy, which there's many champions that do like 3 allies or, you know, like a Kreela the Witch Charm or the Farrakhan the Fat, where he excludes himself. But an all-team one, that's pretty cool, right? Not many in the game that can do it, outside of Cardiel and Lunafaro, I believe. And then the allies joining the attack will use their default skills. Well, saying that, Longbeard does it as well, right? Just had to throw an extra one in the mix. But that's pretty cool. We're cracking that shield of the Finite, or you could just do some more instant damage to the Hydra heads to bring back your ones that was consumed, pretty much. Also fully restores all allies destroyed max HP and places a continuous heal buff on them for 2 turns. So when you're getting that 25% destroyed from Head of Decay, or some other areas in the game like facing a Rotos for instance, you know, being able to fully restore that is very similar to Marishka the Unbreakable, who's a Void Legendary champion. Of course, you don't get the full AoE heal with that, you only get a continuous heal. In the grand scheme of things, this is actually very strong and can be the reason to survive a much longer time. And then leading into the Inspiring Rhythm on a 3-turn cooldown, he will fill the turn meters of all allies by 20%, then will remove all debuffs from all allies, followed by placing a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. So whether that be poisons or provokes or decreased attacks, you name it, a full out cleanse followed by an increased speed and that turn meter fill is just going to keep you like an Energizer Bunny, right? Just cycling your turns all the time, followed by this ally attack as well to deal that good damage. So I think it's the combination of these two together is what really makes him stand out in this game for me. Top tier. But with the Grand Oak's magic on his passive, it's actually a really cool take on placing buffs on your team. Because at the start of this champion's turn, we'll place a buff on each ally for 1 turn, depending on their type. So you've got an increased attack buff on your attack-based champions, increased defense on the defense-based, increased accuracy on your support, and then a shield on your HP-based champions. Now, one thing that I always struggled with was like, I really need to bring a Mithrala Lifebane into this team because she brings in these buffs. But now I can put him into the team and he can amplify the damage of my Mishinaki, as an example. So it's just cool that he's just catering to all of these different champions throughout the run, right? Of course, there is some support champions that may not need accuracy and, some cases like that. But in the grand scheme of things, mainly for these two components, is actually very powerful to have in a passive ability. We've also got a speed in dungeons by 25%, which is leaning towards the Fire Knight, which I understand. I would have liked a more universal aura, maybe to put him in the lead position for Hydra, but I'm not against the dungeons and 25%. It's still very powerful. So, okay, in terms of gears, what did I really put him in today? Well, we've got Reflex to reduce the random skill cooldown with a 40% chance as a 4-set bonus, but there is many other ways you could be going here. For example, we'll talk about Masteries very soon, but if we head down to the gear recommendations now, we have got Speed, of course. You want to bring some speed into the mix. We've got Relentless to cycle those turns more effectively. Reflex is what I'm a big fan of personally, as well as Protection as well. If you've got a 9-set bonus, you can get a lot of value out of that. As well as Guardian as an off-topic pick, but if there isn't any other way you want to go and you want to protect your team a little bit more, being a pretty tanky champion, it could be a way that you may want to go, right? But yeah, we're sticking with the Reflex and Speed today, finding speed subsets all around the board with survivability, as you see, of HP percents. Then we got Speed on the boots. I was trying to reroll the Ascension to get some more speed, as well as HP on the banner, because we don't need accuracy. You could argue some resistance if you want to tank up some stuff for yourself, but we do have that full-out cleanse, right, to back us up. HP here as well as a reaction ring with some defense percent, mainly for the substats here. Overall stats, we have gone for high survivability at 85,000 HP, a pretty decent defense, 300 plus speed is what I was aiming for. I'm trying to aim for about 315 to be fair, but that'll come over time with some glyphs. As well as crit rate and crit damage, I'm not really caring about personally. And then resistance, just a little bit, because we do have Feral the Barkwood in my Hydra team, which is allowing me to drop down my stats and still resist some of the debuffs coming our way. And accuracy, just whatever came, but we don't really need that, of course. Masteries, we've got the offense tree down to War Master. Now, it's not necessary because he's not going to deal a crazy amount of damage. If you're trying to just do a bit more damage here and there, speed up your runs. I'm a big fan of the War Master personally. But once again, bringing up the website for some more different things you could choose. Here we go. You could be going something like this, General PvE, where you go down the defensive route and try and get some counterattacks for that A1 and reduce more of those skill cooldowns, as well as a full-out resistance roll where you go all the way down, but this is when you're building heavily into resistance. In terms of PvP, you could be going for a cleanser roll with timely intervention to boost that turn meter to get those cleansers off, like you would do with other cleanser champions, as well as another resistance roll if that's what you're trying to do. So there is many different variations. I will leave that link in the description below for anyone that wants to check out different builds. But in terms of my support tree, my main reason is Lasting Gifts, trying to extend the value of those passive and A3 effects. And then Laura's Steel, trying to get some more speed as well. And then the Cycle of Magic to try and get some more ally attacks out, being the main things. And this champion is fully booked for the showcase as well, by the way. And yeah, for anyone that's built Grand Oak Padraig, let me know in the comments which kind of build that you went for and the stats that you put on him. I'm very interested to find out. So, okay, the first thing I want to do is go into the Fire Knight, of course. And we've actually got the Faction Wars unlocked today as well, guys. So I saved this video so we could squeeze this in towards the end. So if you're interested in some Faction Wars stuff, we'll try and in the team. I don't think I've tried them yet. So, okay, Dungeons. And not Sand Devil's Necropolis. We're thinking about the Eidolon guide, which is coming out very soon, but Fire Knight. Now, for me personally, I never pushed the hard variation of Fire Knight past 6 for the longest time ever. And the main reason being, I didn't have my Lady Mikage, and my dream team is with the Genzin. So it's like Genzin, Lady Mikage, we got our freeze champions and our newts, and we take it down. But the way that he's pushed me all the way there is Speed Aura for 1, allowing me to bring up the speed of all of my champions. We got an increased speed / ally attack, which is very rare. So bringing that in, of course, is going to be great. And overall, those reducing of cooldowns on the A1 as well is just going to allow me to get those max HPs out more efficiently. So let's just show the team preset for this one, in case anyone's interested in a comp like this. So on the opening, we've kind of blocked off everything because he's like slow motion with his animations. Like, I don't know what's going on there. Same here. And then here we're just going to go a first priority on the weird sports for the ally attack, followed by the inspiring rhythm to get that increased speed out to keep us cycling our freeze debuffs, right? Our Farrakhan the Fat, we're going to be doing whatever we like, but on wave 2, we need to block off the ally attack, so we've got it ready on wave 3. But of course, if you've got Lady Mikage, it makes the team so much better, because you can bring in Genzin, get some more damage for the waves, and speed up your runs. Once I get her, which I'm very close by the way, I'll make a dedicated video. Yakar, we're kind of just doing whatever we like, but we need to lock off Blizzard Rider for this ability here, because we're opening up with the Axe, followed by the Blizzard, to make sure we can get that decreased speed out on that boss, which is vital. Which is actually the fail condition, so if you get 3% resisted, then this team can fail, guys. Here we've just actually got a damage build on my Blizzard the Howler. We got 100% crit rate, nearly 200% crit damage, some nice speed. And we're just trying to clear out the waves, followed by only A1s on this one here in Phantom Touch to crack down that shield. I should have broke down the speeds for these as well. So 280 for Farrakhan, 286 on my Yakal. It's not a crazy damage build, still trying to invest in it. So there's a lot of room for improvement, to be fair. Blizzard, just as you see here, and then my Newt with my max HPs. We're just locking it off here on round 2. And in terms of round 3, we're doing Open on Dwarven Might to crack down that turn meter with the freeze, followed by a first priority on the Bless Bash, but no Fury of the King, because we want to focus on that A1, right? Going at 266 speed and enough accuracy to place that freeze debuff. So in terms of this team now, we're basically using Yakal and Blizzard to clear the waves. We got our freeze debuffs and also our increased crit damage from Farrakhan's ally attack to just speed up the process. And I would say it's somewhere between 2 minutes and 45 seconds to about 3 minutes on average in 60 frames per second. But on unlimited frames, we can actually do it in around 2 minutes and 10 seconds as a best time, which I might actually go for a round 2 after this just to demonstrate that. But it is very consistent from what I've seen with multi-battles and stuff. I might occasionally feel like 1 or 2 here and there, but I'm not going to make too much changes until I get my Lady Mikage and build the team that I really want to have with Genzin. But here we go. Ally attacks coming through. It's a little bit slow on the round 1 here. We like to look for around 35 seconds. And then here we've got it set up, so the freeze goes out. Riho will then reflect that. And then we're going to come through with a round 2 with Blizzard very soon. Just the freezer again, or the Yakal, to be fair. There we go, decreased defense goes out. There we go, take her out, because she is a nuisance once she starts reflecting those decreased defenses onto our champions. So we want to have as many chances as possible to take her out first. So there we go. Not too bad here on the waves. I think it's around, what, about 1 minute 25 seconds if we get lucky with an AoE here. Nice, 1 minute 18. And then we're going to go ally attack, Grand Oak's magic stick. There we go. Crack down that shield. Boom, boom. Then we go ally attack again. Take it down once more. And then we're going to go A1 here with Blizzard, followed by some more turn meter depletion here. I actually took off the Phantom Touch from my Newts, unfortunately. I'm not sure what the reason was for it, but we did that. So there's some more. Bless Bash. Then we're going to do an A1 of Yakal. Boom, boom. Drop that down some more. We get some ally attack from Farrakhan with the beatdown. Nice. And then from here, we've got full control of this boss. Decrease speed is active. And it's just about how quickly can we take it down now. So with the Phantom Touch, I actually could deplete a bit more of that shield there. But I put him into Brimstone for something. Or did I? Maybe we're just getting bad RNG. Because he isn't a high star blessing. We'll check in a second. He just needs to come through one more Bless Bash. And very close there. 2 minutes 30. Nice. So 2 minutes 32 seconds is actually one of the better runs you can get on 60 FPS. Oh, he is in Phantom Touch. I was thinking of the test server of a video I was trying to do. He's only a 1 star. But of course, the more stars you can get into your team, the better it's going to be. So I actually made a little bit of a mistake because when I was initially recording this video, I wanted to show this team as well, which is a go second option using a Valkyrie. So we're going for a round 2. I was just editing. I was like, where's that team? I'm sure I broke it down, but I didn't. But anyway, before we get into this, as promised, I'm in the options tab by doing the frame rate stuff. By going unlimited, we can actually get some of our best times. But I only recommend this if you've got a PC that supports it. Like for my PC, it sounds like I've thrown a brick into a washing machine. Makes some crazy noises. So especially when I'm recording, it's a dangerous thing. But we're going to do it once or twice for you guys. And we're going straight back to 60 FPS. Now, as you see here, my best run is 2 minutes 9 seconds using that first team that I showed. But let's get into it. Team presets, pretty much very similar to what we had before. But the Valkyrie in round 2, we're just doing an opener. So we got it ready for round 3 as a first priority. As well as an opener on the snake route, not the ally attack, because we want to take an initial smack. Same here as well. We've got it blocked off here. Potentially, we could just go with an opener. Yeah, let's go with an opener here. And then Valkyrie's this. This one here, we've got an opener on the axe. As you see, we're saving the decreased speed for afterwards. And then we've got this one as well. Opener here. So let's get into it. Hopefully got the presets right. We'll see. But a very similar thing. We're just going to be taking out the waves. Valkyrie's going to come with some nice AoE damage as well, so the weaken goes out first. Or did we turn it off? Who knows? We can actually use our ally attacks here as well. So boom. Some nice more damage. And you can see where this FPS is really ramping up in terms of speed, right? Like, Newt actually looks like he's taking normal animations now. Boom. Nice. Look at that. 170,000 damage coming out from Yakal there. Some more damage. It's just about how quickly can you clear the waves, and then you'll be able to get through it. So, boom. So, 43 seconds. Very similar to the previous run, right? Nothing crazy because we don't have Blizzard now. Then we're going to open up with the counterattack here. Nice. And we just need to take out the Riho Bone Spear. With some freeze. Take them out. It should be around 1 minute 20 seconds, if I remember correctly, to take out the waves here. Boom, boom. Keep that down. We do not want to take those debuffs at all. It's not a perfect team because it's not something that I run. It's just something I put together quickly for the video. So, boom. So, 1 minute 19. Very similar, right? Then here, we're just going to use all of our A1s. We want the boss to take a turn here. We do not want him to do anything else. Counterattack goes out. A1s. We're not trying to crack the shield right now. So, boom. We'll go through with all of these counters, right? And I want you to pay very close attention to what Padraig is doing with our presets here. So he's going to fully restore after this one. Don't worry about the time for this run. We're going to be doing some one-time speeds. Cleanse up all of those debuffs. If you open up with the other one, silly me. I think we do it after this. Take those down. Decrease speed will go out now because of the perfect hits. But usually you'd want to open up with the other one, potentially. But we're going to take them off now, which is fine. Bless Bash can come through. And you can see how this is a much safer run than the one beforehand, right? So now we're going to cleanse it off. No more decreased speed. We fully restored our HP. So even if you had Leech in the team, it'll be a lot better, right? And we're going to take another hit very soon, but we've got the counterattack on still. If we do. Boom, boom. Decreased defense. Oh, we're not getting the decreased defense on. Get some more Bless Bash. Can we get another counterattack out? Oh, we don't have it on everyone. We got it on a few. But we can use the ally attacks again to just break it down. So you see, if you get a perfect speed tune of this, we've got the counterattack going up at the right times and all of that good stuff. It's going to be great, right? And now we're going to go through some more ally attacks. Crack down that shield. Crack it down again. Some more Terminator depletion. More decreased speeds, more counterattacks, and then we just have to cycle our ally attacks again. So here we go. So definitely a lot slower than the last one for sure. We never got the decreased defense on though, granted. Come on guys, speed this up. It didn't take this long last time. It's always when we're recording. Decreased defense. Oh my god, that's like, what was that, like 5 times back to back he didn't want to place it. So that's the RNG of it, right? So it'll get a lot more down in comparison if we had that active. Come on, there we go. There you see the damage is starting to go down now. One more max HP, can we get it? Come on, there we go. 3 minutes 44. I would say it averages around 3 minutes 15 with the right setups, or maybe even less if you got more damage in your build. But you could just see what he was doing for our team there in terms of mechanics. He's cleansing off those debuffs, restoring our HP, ally attacks again, and the counterattack really makes that work as well. So pretty cool, right? So what I'm going to do is actually go through that first team again. But I'm not going to make you guys watch the waves. We'll go up until the boss to see what kind of time we can get. So I'll be right back. So as you see now, 1 minute through the waves. So we saved 18 seconds on that previous one, right? That we did at the first. We're now going to crack down that shield. Boom. Boom, boom. Do some more ally attacks. Take down the shield again. Drop down that turn meter. And hopefully we can get a nice run here. Maybe at best time. Who knows? Take down that turn meter. Exactly what we want to see. Drop that down more. Some increased speed. Decrease speed out is exactly what we need. Decrease defense. No! Back to back again. Why? And then we just have to hope that we get a reset here of Newt a bit earlier from the A1. Decrease defense. Yes! We did it. Happy days. Drop that down. Come on, bless bash. We need to beat 209 here, guys. 209 is what we want to do. Spot ally attacks. Oh, we got the decreased cooldown of Barracan. We want it on Newt. We just need one bless bash. Just one. All these ally attacks are making it slower. Come on. We just need one. Just one. Oh, we didn't do it, guys. We didn't do it. But you can see where the time came from, right? So hopefully Newt should have it now. There we go. So 2 minutes 13. So bringing in that unlimited frames definitely sped up the run for us with a best of 55 turns. So yeah, that was it in terms of Fire Knight, guys. Of course, you can take it into stage 6 as well. You can take it into your stage 10s. Great progression champion to carry you to these later stages. But of course, you do need these freeze options to make that work. Now, if you're looking for some alternatives, you don't have what I have today. You can use your champion filter, go into your debuffs, and look for freeze, of course. Can we find it? I say of course, but then I can't even see it either. No, that's stun, freeze. So some popular options is actually Creed in the blue. Someone actually used quite a lot. You can see that he's actually built for the hard variation of Fire Knight. And he comes through with nice freezes around the boards, great for the waves, good damage dealer. As well as Neldor Rhineblade, who's got this passive to whenever an ally places a freeze, champion has a 30% chance to attack with their default skill, which is also a free time hit or a freeze. So there's definitely some variations you could do with some epic champions as well. May just take a little bit longer, or just depends on the blessings that you have on your champions. So okay, let's go into the Hydra boss now. Unfortunately, I've already done the key, so we can't see it today. I'm kidding. I prepared the video, of course. But I was just trying to prepare it, right? So we got 69 million damage coming out from Missionarchy, 2 million damage, but a bunch of heals coming out from Padraig, as well as Pharaoh the Barkhorn placing a bunch of buffs, and the other teammates doing a good job as well to play the roles for our team. So that's the one we're going to be looking at today. So let me just bring it up very briefly. So 3, 2, 1, and boom. Here we go. So this is the one that we basically seen at the start of the video. And the concept behind it is, of course, he's going to be giving increased defense to Missionarchy. He's going to be giving our shields to our Snick Track, even though he places shields of his own. He's giving increased attack to Inquisitor Shamail. And, you know, overall, he's just amplifying our damage alongside Pharaoh the Barkhorn's passive as well to give us a more damage boost by 20%. So here we go. Some nice decapitations. And the reason for Inquisitor, I know it's a bit, what am I doing here? We got Pharaoh for Perfect Veil, and then we're now bringing in a champion that you don't want to have Veil for because you're killing Torment. The main thing is Pharaoh's not protected, right? And he's basically protecting the Pharaoh from getting feared so we can keep our debuff cycling to have a consistent run, right? Pretty much. But he's also doing some good damage for when our buffs wear off. So as you see right now, I've actually got Artak as my Provoke champion. He's in a Provoke set at the moment, so no full-out Provoker. And, you know, there's going to be times like this right now where everything is wore off or an ally attack comes through. So boom, he would have been getting feared, but now we're getting some more damage from Inquisitor's passive. So it's basically just having a full coverage is what I'm looking for here. And also there's times where my Missionarchy's in a Relentless gear, and if he outlaps his Perfect Veils, he gets feared and we're just losing damage in the long run. So of course, I might actually bring in Earstrid to play a really cool role in this team as well. I'm not sure where because we're going to have double increased speed. But right now you can see this comp has no weaken, guys. None at all. We've got no max HPs, no Newts, no Acrisias, no Necmofars. So it's actually pretty cool to see where he took me from 80 million. I've actually hit 100 million without him as well. But an average 80 million to 140 million average just by putting Grandoak into the same composition here, guys. Phenomenal. So I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of this run here. I'll come back to you towards the end just to discuss the damage one more time. So let's get into it. So there we have it, guys. 156 million damage on the Nightmare Hydra without using any weaken or max HP champions. And I'm actually very happy with these results. And he's just going back and forth with Pharaoh the Barkworm. We've got our amplified damage from Pharaoh, as well as the buff coverage from his passive with Padraig. Increased attacks, increased defense, speed buffs, all of that good stuff, and a lot of heals in the process, and restoring our HP from Head of Decay to make sure we can heal by our values over the course of the run. Another team that I actually wanted to show you, a big thanks to my friend Fisher for sharing this. He did 1.3 billion damage with a Padraig team as well, which is actually very similar to what we use today. But Val the Destroyer, a great option here, guys, for the Nightmare Hydra, doing 456 million damage. We've got the Archer as well, doing 325 million. And you can just see, if you can put a team like this together with double ally attack, the possibilities are endless. Like, this is a crazy result coming out from a team. So a big thanks to Fisher once again for sharing that. So, okay, guys, without further ado, that was all the Hydra stuff I wanted to break down. Anyone else here that's using Padraig in their teams in my clan? Let's have a quick look. You can get some more examples here. That was me. Well, there's a Necmo for our team, but it's not the Padraig. No more. But I'm pretty sure that many people are using Padraig in their teams to, you know, get some crazy damage. So, okay, last but not least, of course, you could use him in some Doom Tower stuff if you're trying to ally attack a boss, or just in the normal variation of Fire Knight. Wherever you want some ally attack or some increased speed, you could definitely go into your teams because he's bringing in those buffs as well, which is something not to overlook here. But I do want to go into faction wars just to wrap up this video. Let's go stage 21. I actually put this team together as well with Pharaoh. We got Creedon, lots of freezes, and some nice damage here. So let's get into it. Here we go. I'm excited for this one. They actually need to put some damage dealers in this faction, right? There's not even a crazy amount. What, Alil? Is he the only one? I actually want to have a quick look after this. There we go. Boom. Get some more damage out. And this dude's going to want to revive, right? All right, let's all get our stop clocks out. How long is this going to take? Ally attacks. He's going to speed this up for us. Take him out. Nice. All right, here comes the man-eaters. Block buffs. Beautiful. Pharaoh is just such a top tier champion. Increase attacks. Like, we're pretty much using all support champions here, and we're not having any problems with this. Ally attacks again. Boom. Some taunts as well. Well, we didn't really need a perfect Veil Pharaoh, but thanks anyway. We'll take it. Boom, boom, boom. Block buffs again. More damage. Can we get some ally attacks here? Also, more turn meter fills. More turn meter fills. It's like infinite turns. What do you guys use for your Sylvan watches to speed this up? If you could do it faster than myself. Like, my time is not crazy at all. I think it's like average 3 minutes or something like that. But we'll see. We might get a best time here. All right, can we get some ally attacks? Oh no, we open up with the turn meters. Block buffs. Damage, drop down that turn meter. Get some taunt. Taunt is actually very good for single targets. More turn meter fills. Ally attacks. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Right, so the taunt should just be going on to Green Warden Ruach. Nice. Decrease speed to slow him down. Oh, we're doing pretty okay right now. We just need a decrease speed. Or decrease defense, sorry, from Ruella. This actually doesn't want to place it or something. What's going on here? There we go. Ooh, look at that. That's the damage we're looking for. 2 minutes 35. Actually, my best run, guys. Not too bad. And Creedon put in some nice damage. But of course, look at the heal values, the ally attacks. He really sped up my run for my team. So I'm really happy with this now. But how many Sylvan Watchers damage dealers are there? I need to check now. Sylvan Watchers. Well, we're going to get Ea straight. She has some AoE damage, right? So she might be able to speed it up for me. But in the grand scheme of things, we don't have any damage dealers. Well, actually, no. Miss Rider Dahi can be a damage dealer, right? But yeah, on that note, guys, that is going to be all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know your overall thoughts on the Grand Oak Padraig. Like, for me personally, he has far exceeded my expectations for being an ally attacker. He brings in so much components for my team and took me to places which I was struggling with in the past. So yeah, have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you all in a video soon. Peace.